Have you ever been judged by others just because you did not say anything? While the loud ones are often praised, the quiet ones are seen as weak, as if they are standing outside of life itself. But have you ever thought that silence can hide a great wisdom? Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom where words could build or destroy an entire dynasty, there lived a boy whom everyone called the Fool. He rarely spoke, never argued, and only smiled while doing things that no one could quite understand. Until one day, his silence taught the entire kingdom an unexpected lesson. That true wisdom does not lie in talking too much, but in knowing when to stay silent, to be patient, and to let actions speak for themselves. On the eastern edge of that kingdom stood a small house surrounded by golden fields of flowers. In that house lived Aaron, the son of the wisest scholar in the royal court. From a very young age, Aaron had always been different. He preferred listening over talking, observing instead of arguing. While the other children tried to show off their talents, each wanting to be praised as the smartest, Aaron would quietly sit by the window, watching the colors of the sky change and listening to the birds singing. The people in the village would shake their heads and say, "The wiser his father is, the more foolish his son seems to be." Those words drifted away with the wind, yet they still pierced into Aaron's heart like tiny needles. He did not get angry or sad, he simply smiled. Deep inside, he believed there was a reason for his silence. Then one day, when those rumors reached the king, a man known for his curiosity and love for testing others' intellect, a royal decree arrived at Aaron's home. The king wanted to meet him. No one knew why, but everyone waited eager to see what the foolish boy would do when he stood before the most intelligent ruler in the kingdom. The next morning, as sunlight shimmered on the golden rooftops, Aaron walked through the palace gates with calm eyes. He wore simple clothes, holding tightly to the royal invitation in his hand. Along the grand hallway, officials looked down and whispered, chuckling softly, "That foolish boy was summoned to the palace? The king must be looking for entertainment." In the grand hall glowing with light, the king sat upon his throne, holding 2 coins, 1 gold and 1 silver. He looked at the boy, smiling kindly, though his eyes carried a trace of challenge. "Aaron," the king began, "I have heard that you are the son of the wisest man in the kingdom, but I see none of that wisdom in you. Tell me then, between gold and silver, which one is more precious?" The entire court fell silent. All eyes turned toward the boy. Aaron bowed slightly, pressed his lips together, and replied slowly, "Your Majesty, silver is more precious." A loud gasp filled the hall, followed by bursts of laughter. The officials murmured, "What a fool! Who does not know that gold is more valuable than silver?" The king chuckled as well, placing the gold coin on the table and saying, "Interesting. You truly are a strange one." From that day on, every morning, the king summoned Aaron and asked the same question again. And every morning, the answer remained the same. "Silver is more precious, Your Majesty." The laughter and mockery grew louder each day, spreading throughout the capital. But Aaron kept smiling, bowing, and walking away as if he never heard a single word. Rumors spread quickly throughout the royal palace. People mocked and whispered, "The son of the wisest scholar in the kingdom is actually the biggest fool in the court." Those words felt like knives, cutting into the father's heart. One evening, he returned home with a heavy face. Seeing his son sitting by the window, the soft moonlight shining on his gentle features, the father asked quietly, "Aaron, my son, between gold and silver, which one is more precious?" Aaron smiled and answered without hesitation, "It is gold, father." The father froze, his eyes widening in disbelief. "Then why did you say something different in front of the king? Do you want people to laugh at you?" Aaron did not respond. Instead, he stood up, gently took his father's hand, and led him into a small room. On a wooden table, An old box was opened. Inside were dozens of bright silver coins, neatly stacked. "These are the silver coins the king gives me every morning," Aaron said softly. "He places 2 coins, one gold, one silver, and asks me to choose the more precious one. I always choose the silver coin. Each time I do, the king laughs and lets me take it with me." The father still did not understand, so Aaron continued, his voice calm but firm. "If one day I choose the gold coin and give the right answer, the king will know that I understand the real value. Then he will stop asking, and I will receive nothing more. I would rather take 1 silver coin each day than choose gold once and lose everything." The father was speechless. Aaron looked at him, a gentle smile touching his lips. "People laugh because they think I am a fool, but I know exactly what I am doing. I am not just collecting silver coins. I am learning patience, learning silence, and learning to see beyond today. Some truths can only be proven with time, Father." The father squeezed his son's hand, his heart swelling with quiet pride. Under the soft moonlight, he finally understood sometimes true wisdom wears the face of foolishness. From that day on, the father no longer cared about the world's ridicule. Whenever someone mocked Aaron, he simply smiled and said, "There are kinds of wisdom that do not need to be understood because their light will reveal itself over time." Aaron continued to live as simply as before. He helped his father teach, tended to the garden, and went to the palace each morning when the king called. No one paid much attention anymore, but as the years passed, Aaron's box of silver grew fuller, and so did his mind, wiser, calmer, and deeper. Then one day, during a royal meeting, the king faced a difficult situation. He needed someone to represent the kingdom in negotiations with a neighboring nation. While all the ministers argued, interrupting one another, only Aaron stood silently. The king looked down at him, remembering the calm smile of that boy from years ago, and said, "The one who knows when to stay silent is also the one who knows when to act. Let Aaron go in my place." The mission was a great success. From that day forward, Aaron became the youngest royal advisor not because of his eloquence, but because of his quiet wisdom in every thoughtful choice he made. In this life, there are 2 kinds of people: those who talk a lot but do little, and those who stay silent yet achieve great things. Aaron chose silence, not out of weakness, but because he understood time is always the fairest judge of all things. If you believe in the path you are walking, keep moving forward, even if the world laughs or doubts you. One day, your results will speak louder than any words. If this story touched your heart, please press like. Share it with someone who needs a little peace in this noisy world. And tell me in the comments, what part of Aaron's story made you think the most? Every share from you spreads a little more light to those learning to find strength in silence.